What is going on, everybody? My name is ChadderManHD and welcome back to another video. Now in today's video, guys, what I'm about to show you is the unlimited soul key glitch on Blood of the Dead using the shield. Now to perform this, guys, you're going to need to do a couple of things first, and one of the things you guys need to do is go over to your special weapons and put on the Path of Sorrows. Now in order to do this glitch, you're going to need to get the Path of Sorrows from stage 1 to stage 2, which is the Merciless Dash. Also, you want to go over to your equipment and put on claymores, and I'll explain a little bit about why you need this later on in the video. Then, in order to make this glitch a lot more powerful, and it's totally up to you, you want to go over to your armor. You want to make sure that you got a minimum of 12 weapons with a scope optic on it. So you can either use the dual zoom or the recon scope, and if you guys have got the +zoom or the daemon, you can actually put the compact scope on them. But as long as you got a minimum of 12 weapons with either of the recon or the dual zoom scope on them, you are perfectly fine and able to do this glitch. Then from there, all you guys need to do then is go into a game of Blood of the Dead, minimum of 2 players, or you can use split screen with a second controller, or you can do it on an online game with people online, as long as you get them to back out. Then from there, all you want to do is you want to fill up your specialist to stage 2 in game and pick up a specialist drop so you can get your Path of Sorrows out and use your Merciless Dash. Also, you're going to need to build the shield, and I would recommend you guys building the shield at the cell block right here, so that way it's easier to get to the infirmary without opening up the cafeteria. So just make sure that the cafeteria is closed and you do not open up that way. Then you just want to come from this way, open up this door here, and then make your way into the infirmary. All you're going to do then is you're going to line yourself up against this wall. Make sure that you're dead on against the wall and that you're about a foot away from the wall and from the corner. Bring out your Path of Sorrows, then use your Merciless Dash straight into the wall, and if done correctly, guys, you should be wall breached halfway in the ground. Turn to the left, put your Path of Sorrows away, and then go into prone, and then crawl as fast as you guys can until you get to this jail cell. Now, because the cafeteria is closed, there should be death barriers in this room as soon as you come in here. So all you want to do is jump up quickly, bring out your shield, and then hold the R2 button in order to use your key, and you want to do that constantly. Now what will happen is you will hit the death barrier and you will die instantly, and then at that point you want your other teammate that's in the game to kill the last zombies. What's going to happen is once you spawn back, as you can see, you're going to have the soul key on your gun without doing a single thing. Now in order to kill the zombies a lot more easier, you can stand still and hold a claymore. That's why I suggested you guys to put on claymores, because if you hold a claymore and you just stand still, it'll kill everything in sight, and it will only kill one zombie at a time, but it'll kill everything in sight. And you can actually have 2 of your teammates stand up here on the gondola. As long as you're slightly aiming upwards, you'll be able to kill the zombies coming from the roof and also from their entrance right there. Now you can do this solo as well, this spot, as long as you get 1 player to back out, and you'll be perfectly fine, because the warden doesn't seem to come to you at this area, which my friend told me about. So this is probably one of the best spots if you're doing it solo and you don't want to go underneath the map. Now in order to glitch out your 12 weapons, first things first, you're going to need to make sure that you've done the limited soul key glitch on your gun. Then what you need to do is go round the map on Blood of the Dead. There is 9 scoped weapons you can get from the war. First, switch out your starting weapon for one of the scoped weapons, and then pick up all of the other 8 scoped weapons. So you've ended up picking up 9 scoped weapons from the war. Then from there, all you need to do is you want to go to the mystery box, and you want to hit the mystery box and pick up your 10th scoped weapon, which I picked up was the Outlaw. Then you want to switch the one out for the 11th scoped weapon, which I picked up was the Hades. And then you want to do that again to glitch out the 11th one, so that way you end up with the 12th one, and the 12th one I picked up was called the VKM 750. So I've managed to basically pick up 12 different scoped weapons. 9 I picked up from the war, and 3 I picked up from the mystery box. From here you should be holding 2 scoped weapons in your hand. Both of them should have the grey slot, and none of them should have the green slot. All you need to do then is go to the pack-a-punch, and you want to put in one of your scoped weapons. You want to wait for that to disappear, and once it goes, you then want to put in your last scoped weapon, as you can see. Now it's perfectly normal that you'll see your claymores at this point, and you want to make sure that you've got yourself a specialist drop. That is important, because you're going to need to bring out your specialist once you put that last gun in the pack punch. As you can see, there's your claymores in your hand. Bring out your specialist, and at this point your specialist is unlimited as long as you guys don't activate another specialist again. So as you can see, not only you've got unlimited specialist, you've also got the soul curd unlimited on this sword. Now, like I said, you can have your friend do this as well, as you can see, and you can both make your way through the underpass of the tunnel into the cafeteria without opening up any of the doors. Now, this is a really awesome fast glitch right here if you're doing it as a 2-player, and just make sure that you are facing the zombies in order to kill every single zombie really quickly. Now, the reason why this is really good 2-player and not really good solo at this point is because the warden, when he comes in, one of you out of the 2 of you will have all the power of the actual soul key attached to him, and it won't kill any of the zombies. That's why you want your second player to kill the zombies when the wardens come in. Now, you can stand here AFK if you're doing it as a 2-player. As a solo, you can't. So there is a couple of spots that you guys can stand in. One of the spots, however, was at the gondola. The other spot you can stand in is underneath the infirmary. Now, you can get back in there as long as your green bar, meter bar, is going down to use your merciless dash. And I'm going to show you that in just a second. You guys are probably thinking, how can you do this solo? Well, basically what you're doing is you're getting your player to go into the game with you. You're doing up the glitch, you're setting up the glitch with your friend or your second controller or in a public game. And then what you're doing is you're just getting them to back out, and that way, and then it becomes a solo. Now, so here we go. In just a second, I will talk to you guys on how you can get underneath the infirmary and how you guys can be prone underneath here either solo or with a teammate. Now, the first thing you need to do, like I said, is you need to make sure that your green bar of your specialist is going downwards. If it's not going downwards, you're not going to be able to use your merciless dash. So make sure that you've got it going downwards, as you can see right now. Line yourself up exactly as I'm showing you. Use your merciless dash, and then from here you just want to crouch. Now, you can't go into prone at this point, and if your friend goes down, you can revive him underneath here if you want, as you can see right there. Now, what you need to do is you need to go to an open spot. As you can see here, you want to bring out your claymore. So you're holding your claymore, and then you want to keep spamming the O button, which is the crouch button, until you go into prone. Once you go into prone, you can then switch your claymore away or put it away, and then out will come your path of sorrows. As you can see, you are now in prone with your path of sorrows. So I just want to say a big shout out to the founders. Their links will be in the description. It's been your boy ChadderManHD. Hope you guys get to try this, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.